Hello everybody and welcome back to Sandrock, where it is a brand new day. Come on, load. Come on. My computer, not the greatest at loading. Oh, it was a cutscene, that's why. Hello. Oh, you are so cute. Hi, I'm Jasmine. I was delivering your sample newspaper. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. If you like reading it, just go to the newsstand near City Hall to subscribe. Then you'll get each issue in the mail. Oh, hey, I bet it's hard moving to a new place. I know this town like the back of my hand. Let me show you around. I'm super good tour guide, and I know lots of stuff about Sandrock. That sounds great. Let's go. Let's go to tour with Jasmine. Yeah, cool. The Jasmine Coat official Sandrock tour is now beginning. Our first stop will be the Wandering Y Yakmel Ranch. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm probably just going to call it the Wandering Yakmel Ranch. Or I'll probably just call it the ranch. Okay, Jasmine. Where's this ranch then? It's over here, is it? Behind the station. And up the hill. Oh, look, it's got a cute cow on it. Or it's probably actually a yakmel. Passengers, please look ahead and notice Mr. Cooper and Mrs. Mabel and Elsie's house. They have a really big ranch. That means they get milk for everyone. Maybe some other stuff too. Oh, you can see the yakmel over there. I like to say hi to them every day. Sometimes they even say hi back. But it sounds like moo. I think they sell stuff that you could use to take care of animals here. That might be useful for you, huh? On to the next stop. Please keep your hands and feet inside the imaginary vehicle. I love her so much. I was never that cheeky and outgoing when I was a kid. But I do appreciate it in kids nowadays. It's cute. Okay, so we are going to see the peach statue. You can see it over there. Ta-da! This is Martel's Oasis. Miss Martel was the first mayor of Sandrock, and she found this oasis a long time ago. We all drink this water, so don't step in it. In the middle, you can of course see a statue of Mr. Peach. One day I hope I can invent something really cool like Peach did. The big water tower over there is where we keep extra water. Mr. Burgess takes care of it, and you can get some from him if you give him some money. Okay. Oh hey, that reminds me. Do you know what the official town slogan is? Minister Matilda came up with it, and now everybody says it all the time. Down with Logan. Defeat the desert. No, I'm almost certain it is conserve water. There's a camel. Whoa! Yeah, that's right, you got it. You must have done your homework. I'd give you a sticker, but I don't have any. Conserve water, that's our slogan. If we do run out, I guess we're going to have to go to somewhere else. So we should say our slogan a lot to help people remember. This concludes the Martel's Oasis part of our tour. For next stop, we will be visiting fabulous City Hall. Okay, I probably shouldn't be carrying my pick hammer, actually. I'm a terror for that, I really am. So much junk around here. Okay, and here is the town hall. I've already found that, though. But I guess you can't really miss it out of a tour, can you? The first thing you'll notice about City Hall is that it's very big. Grown-ups often go into this building and talk a lot. My ma works here when she isn't going out into the desert. Aunt Heidi also works next door. She builds bridges and upgrades houses and stuff. Say, isn't that the same job as you? What's the difference? Now then, you guys reminded me about Presley. I think what's happened, okay, is that when I forgot to get Presley's couch down in the ruins, I think my mind, and you guys ripped me for it so badly that my mind wiped the trauma and it wiped Presley out of my mind. That's what happened. Definitely. So yeah, Presley is kind of more the equivalent of Jan in this one. So I think that's more like it rather than Anton. I was saying Anton, but Anton was just like the clerk more, wasn't he? He just sort of sat on the desk. So. Oh, by the way, from the station to here is the main street of Sandrock, Arvio's store, Grandma Vivi's clothes shop, Mr. Owen's saloon, and Mr. Pablo's parlour. They're all on this street, so you can definitely go shopping here when you have time. Moving right along. Okay. Cool. This is a log run, Jasmine. Up lots of steps. Are we going to the temple? Why are the temples always up so many steps? Hello, pen. Yay! For the next stop on our tour, please bring your attention right over here, where you shall see the beautiful Church of Light temple. Most of us come here every Sunday to sing and listen to Minister Matilda tell us not to do bad stuff. My favourite songs are the ones about Peach. You should come next time. And this is the last stop on the tour. If you follow the path on the right, you'll find the research centre and the Golden Goose. I think that's it. This place is pretty big. You should look around when you have downtime. Okay, I'm going to go and have a quick look. This concludes the very special Jasmine Co tour. That's enough walking for today. So what do you think of your new home? Very nice. Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people don't like this place so much, but you do. So I think that means we can be good friends. Anyway, I'm sure you have lots of things to build. As for me, I need to go to Aunt Katori's game centre for business. Come join me if you get the time. Okay, so they said a path down to the right. So I figure if you just run around here and go down the path. Oh, no. Maybe this path? It certainly looks like there's like an entertainment centre or something around here. Or something is around here anyway. Something interesting looking. There's arrows showing me around. I'm terrible. I should be working on my quest right now, but what a view. Wow. That is quite the stunning view. Just gonna follow this around. Oh, there's a big railway line where the train comes in, and there's like enemies down there that can probably fight. This is awesome. I wonder if I can get home from here. Probably follow the train line back. I didn't find any of the other stuff I wanted, but oh well. I'll find it. It's on my mini map, so I'll totally be able to find it, right? Katori World. There's like a back street that goes up to it there, look, and I'm over here. So I should probably head over this way. What's that? Clean up. Ah, so when I get dregs, that must be what I can put into the recycler. Cool. I think my recycler's, yeah, it's still in my inventory, so I still need to pop that down in my workshop. And then I think we're back on kind of the main street, so I can just sort of run from here all the way down to my ranch, or my workshop, I guess it is more. News, let's have a look at the news board. Logan still at large, vandal, saboteur, water thief, and all-around perpetrator of bad behaviour. Bandit leader Logan remains at large somewhere in the Ufowler. His whereabouts remain a mystery, eluding even the sharpest minds in Sandrock law enforcement. I imagine if we get to meet Logan in the in this demo, it will probably be like our first encounter. It won't be anywhere near like his whole story. Build a better tomorrow. A friendly reminder to all the lovely followers of light out there. In addition to our usual Sunday sermons at the temple, we're still out every Tuesday and Thursday at the Blue Moon outdoor stage, spreading the good word. They might have a shop as well. They did in Portia. Stop in for your daily dose of inspiration. Sorry. Oh yeah, and while you're there, why not make a difference by making a quick visit to the donation box? As you know, the Church of Light proceeds all go towards the betterment of Sandrock and its surroundings. And that portion water ain't cheap, don't you know? We're all in this together, so come out and show your support. And may the light bless us all. Sandrock Church of Light. Sorry, there's more even here. So confident in the temporary nature of such a situation, Civil Court Sheriff Justice had this to say. I mean, come on, man. The desert is big. Give us a break. Okay. On the 27th of summer, come one, come all to the fabulous event that has citizens raving. During the Day of Memories Festival, Sandrock is the city of lights, the true sapphire of the desert, the windy times, a testament to the tenacity of the people of Sandrock. I would definitely go if I ever got the chance. Business mogul, Mr. Musa! Yay! And the Atara times. Decorations are already being designed for the lovely city of Sandrock as preparations are approaching an apex. Folks from all over are flocking to come see the fabulous festivities offered during the Day of Memories, not least the iconic Chase of Memories. For those not in the know, the Chase of Memories is an age-old tradition dating back to the earliest days of Sandrock when it was just a small settlement. The festivities include a hide-and-seek type game where ghost hunters seek after ghosts who are disguising themselves as everyday objects. But don't let its jovial nature fool you. The Chase of Memories garners quite the competitive spirit. Don't miss it. Oh, honestly. And I can place an ad on there if I want to. That Day of Memories chasing the ghosts around, that was a nightmare. And then getting like knocked out by other people just as you were trying to get to a ghost or ghost token or whatever it was you were. I just remember like chasing around after things and getting knocked out. It was awful. We will go in the Blue Moon Saloon at some point. Did I make? I did. Right. So the next thing I think I want to do then, we've had our little tour. I want to actually get back onto my missions now, and I've got a commission that needs to be handed in. So I'm hoping that it will give me some kind of idea on my map of where to go. Yes. So I need to go up to the Wandering Y Ranch. Okay. Let's head out that way. Yeah, it's given me on my mini-map down in the right-hand corner, it's given me a little sort of guide as to where I'm going. So there's some people to meet up here that I have not met, and I always want to meet as many people as possible. Even if I don't particularly... Oh. To gather everything. Gather all the manure. Hello, Cooper! Howdy there, partner. Can't say I recognize you. This is a terrible accent, I know. Afraid I ain't got time for pleasantries at the moment. Speak with Mabel if you have business with the ranch. Okay. And then also, why are you still here? You expecting a handout? Now listen here, when I was your age, I was taking care of 15 yakmel, 45 chickens, 12 brothers and sisters, and nobody, not once, never. I said nobody ever gave me nothing for free. So I ask myself now, what in the Sam heck would I be doing if I... You decide to back away slowly. Can I maybe give you... Oh, tokens for the Golden Goose Game Center. Oh, cool. Give you these. I'm pretty sure that those were what you wanted. I'm going to put them in my hotbar and try and give them to you. Good, you've returned so that I might yell at you some more. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Where'd you get off going around asking for handouts when good honest hard-working people like yours truly are out in the fields, breaking their backs, sweating their behinds off? You decide to back away slowly. I need to give you this. Oh my goodness. Needs to do 5. We're done. Yeah, 5 of them confirmed. Hey. I don't care what other folks say about you. You're alright, kid. You're the only one that's called me names. Except for Pen. Alright. Thank you for the commission. That was so funny. Okay, so now we can actually go and get another commission. Let's see if the Yakmel will talk to us. Hello, you're so pretty. Oh my goodness, I love you. What nice character models they've got. If everything has character models that look as nice as those Yakmel, I'll be very impressed. The till there. So rather than having to find people necessarily, it seems like you can use the tills, although it doesn't look like that one's working right now. There's a camel in a stable. Does this mean we can ride camels at some point? Because if we can, I will be super, super impressed. I'd be so excited to have a pet camel. Oh. Let's just then check. This Yakmel cart is missing its Yakmel. If they were together, they'd be driving townsfolk from Yakmel Station to Yakmel Station all over this region. That's quite cool. So I think there'll probably be In the same way that we had the... What are they called now? The buses. I know they were not called buses. There was something else. In Porsche. We're going to have very similar with Yakimo carts in this. Which is awesome. Gonna go... back to the... Sorry, to the Commerce Guild. And I'm going to get my commission for today. So I'm going to try and... You know, keep on top of that. Even though it is the demo, I would like to... try and at least get a commission done every day. It's very much part of the game for me. I don't think I've got any sound right now. There we are. It's back. So we've got like 4 commissions today. That's amazing. Train station is running short of materials. Marble slab. Furnace. 4 basic leather, or bricks from recycled material. I don't know if what out of that I can make. So it was marble, a furnace. Maybe I could make a furnace. I think I'm gonna need to make a furnace today. So let's try doing that. And I need to finish it within 3 days. Gonna take that. So let's see how I'm doing compared to everybody else at the moment. Still very much lower, but I got 41 points for doing that commission yesterday, so I am definitely catching them, I think. So condensed power stones, data discs, and diamonds. Nice. Fluorite, gold, or diamond, depending on what I get, and just normal power stones, but condensed ones, which are much more powerful if I manage to do well. So that's really cool. There's also so much stuff to do for this quest, and I'm going to try and see how much of it I can do this episode. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. I'm going to try and sort of balance it between doing the quests and exploring, because I haven't been in all of the places, I haven't met all of the people yet, and I'm sure that will come along. We do have some mail today, look. So, a few letters. A letter from Ma. It's hard to believe only a few days have passed since you left for Sandrock. Your father and I are already missing you so much. Even when you were small, you were always wandering away from us. Sometimes I would go just let you walk and see how far you'd go, but I'd always get nervous before you did, so I guess we should have seen this coming. I'm so proud of you, and I know you're going to do great things at your new job. No one else jumped at the chance to take that contract because it'll be tough, but you took it anyway. I know you'll be able to bring Talisa's to Sandrock. I just wish you'd take care of yourself a bit better. Those quilts I folded for you are still sitting by the door. Do you want me to mail them to you? The desert gets really cold at night, I've heard. We're so happy you're independent now. But Sandrock can be dangerous, so please don't hesitate to ask us for help. Your father's doing well. He's converting your room into a garden for his bonsai trees. I think he doesn't want to admit it, but seeing your empty room made him kind of sad. He says he'll move the trees out and let you back in anytime, so I hope you're not offended. Anyway, we sent you some money for quilts. Obsessed with quilts. Let us know when you're settled in, and remember to take care of yourself, Ma. So it does seem like your player character is a different character to the one in Porsche, because the one in Porsche obviously had a part. I don't know, unless there was a Ma somewhere, but it did seem to be like that Pa was on his own and something happened to Ma, I think, and when they were like adventuring in the desert, and that's sort of why he was a bit messed up. I think that was what happened. I just remember that Pa left the workshop and went off on his adventures. So as I say, it does seem like a bit of a different backstory to me. I don't know, you guys sometimes know more about the lore than I do. You certainly knew about Mason. I'm not sure whether Mason was in my playthrough or not. If he was, it was a really small part right at the end, but it might have even been after some updates. So anyway, get ready to start seeing some fresh and friendly faces around Sandrock. The search for Sandrock's builder position has finally been filled. Twice, in fact. 2 builders, Mian and Shilab, will be among us as citizens in our fine and fair collective. Mian is from Tall Sky, and considered to be one of the most promising young builders in her community. If it's Talski, then I apologise, but I think it should be Tall Sky. It just makes more sense. I'm just excited to have the opportunity to start building for real, she's had to say on her pending arrival. Sheila is also an up-and-coming young builder from Highwind. Oh, I'm from Highwind. Now, I don't think I was from Highwind before. I was from... It was definitely somewhere else. It wasn't Highwind, so you are definitely a different character. But could not be reached for comment. I would have commented. Jan of the Commerce Guild has said that he's sorry to see Mason go, but he's excited about the future prospects of what an expanded staff could mean for Sandrock. In his own words, out with the old, in with the new. Reporting by Heidi. So Heidi does the paper as well. Interesting. From the church, we have an important announcement at tonight's fireside meeting in front of the City Hall. 7 o'clock. Don't be late now. Okay. That's my reminder. That is my reminder. We're not actually far away from that. So, oh, where did they say it was going to be? Sorry, was it at the church? Let's have a look at my red messages. Just to make sure where it is. Because the last thing I want to do... No, it is in front of City Hall. So we've got a little bit of time. I need to keep an eye on the time. So at about 6:30 we need to go over there. Water access point. So we've got a much bigger list of things we can make now. This is good. Wooden storage. Oh, actually, if I just look at it, the item list for everything. We can make leather. Okay, cool. For my commission, though, I am going to need to make a furnace. So let's go for that. For that, I need quartz, a stone trough, wooden sticks. That shouldn't be too awful. Okay, can I make wooden sticks? Ah, cool. So it's like the stuff that I need for my mission. Nice. Apparently I can't craft... Oh, I need more wood. Okay, let's get the pick hammer out and just go around and get a few more bits. And then probably go straight to the fireside meeting. And then after the fireside meeting, we'll make the rest of the stuff that I need. I'm just going to run around really fast with my sprint on because it doesn't take stamina anymore. Yes. And we'll pick up, like, from any junk piles we see. I'll pick up any rocks I see, any wood scrap I see. Just do a bit of gathering. It feels nice not to be taking the trees down, honestly. It feels really nice not to be like deforesting. It gives you a reminder as well. Nice. Thank you, devs. I used to have to, like, I think I did manage to catch, like, until the point where we'd finished, like, all of the stuff where fireside meetings were. Sandy, hello, you're beautiful. Sandy relationship +1. Sandy, are you going to be my camel eventually? I would be so happy if you eventually were my camel. I'm just going to put my pickaxe away as I walk through town. My pick hammer, sorry. I might call it my pickaxe every so often, but it's a pick hammer. Okay. So here we are, just in time. Everyone's there. Hi, Owen. You look nice. Hey, you're one of the new builders. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Owen. I run the Blue Moon Saloon. Look at those eyes. Oh, I think I might have found a prospective romance interest there. Are you hungry? I have a couple of sample dishes. I know you can work up quite an appetite after spending a day in the ruins. Drop by anytime. I'll be around. Ah, here we are. So it's an introduction for us, is it? Simmer down now, y'all. As many of y'all know, our resident builder Mason, who has been a hard-working member of our community for many years, will be leaving our flock to seek, shall we say, great greener pastures. But today's meeting is not about goodbyes. There'll be plenty of time for that at Mason's retirement party. No, today is a celebration of hellos. Let's give it up for our new builders, Mian and Sheila. Woo! Thanks, everyone. Very excited to be starting here. I'm going to do my very best to bring Talisa's to Sandrock. Sheila, care to say a few words? I want to make many friends. Haha, well, I didn't expect that one. We've got ourselves a companionable soul here. I'm sure you'll find lots of friends here in Sandrock. Everyone, let's be patient with our new builders while they learn the ropes. And builders, don't hesitate to ask any of us for help. We won't be hesitating in putting you all to work. Well, except for Jan, who has said not to bother him with any questions. Thank you, Commissioner Jan. One more time, a big Sandrock welcome for our new builders. We have some omelettes, courtesy of none other than our very own Owen. Get them while they're still hot. You guys! It's omelettes now. I literally had people say, I wonder what will be instead of the pumpkin pies at the fireside meeting. Meeting adjourned. Oh, remember, conserve water. So, do I ask Owen for the pies or Matilda? Hello again, young one. I'm sure everyone around town is real fired up to meet you. Don't be shy. Go around and say hello. I will do. I do not have enough stuff to do gifts right now. Owen, do you have an omelette for me? Getting Grace to cook omelettes for the town meetings was my idea. The way I see it, once everyone's tried the sandfish omelette, they're going to have to stop by the Blue Moon for more. This would work even better if the omelettes were actually any good. We're getting there. So, where do I get my omelette? Did I get my omelette? Do I have an omelette? I do! Yeah! I had to get that omelette, if nothing else. Oh, there's Heidi. I haven't met Heidi yet. Heidi! Yeah. Hello. Hey there. Heidi has purple hair too. I'm Heidi, architect around this parts. Looks like old Mason handed you down a real fixer-upper of a workshop, huh? Well, lucky for you, I do plenty of fixing up. Come by my office sometime if you're looking to upgrade your workshop. Will do. But in the meantime, I've got lots of building to do. Lots of building to do. And it's getting on for the end of the day as well. I might be able to fit 2 days into an episode. I'll have to see. They're like, there's 4 hours of story content. I'm like, yeah, but how much looking around, gathering resources, meeting people, meeting every single person. Hi, Burgess. Hello, new builder. It's wonderful to have you here amongst us, our desert flock. I'm Burgess, Chief Safety Inspector of the Sandrock Chapter of the Church of Light. Why do they need so many staff in such a small place? Literally, they had 2 people in Portia. I've already met like 3, maybe 4 people that are working for the Church of Light over here. I mostly patrol the Oasis, and if that water level moves even a centimetre, boy, you'd better believe I'll let everyone and their mother know about it. Okay, we have now met Burgess. So I'm just having a good look around for materials that I can use. Oh, there's some wood scrap there, perfect. Let's just grab all the materials I can. I'm going to try and get the commissions done. I like to get them done in the same day, usually. A sandbush. Make an axe and you can collect plant material. Okay. Well, we'll start working on that maybe. Copper scrap. Gravel. Gravel's always good. Is this maybe yeah, this looks like the place I need to go. Oops. Cutscene. Paradise. You can't go in there, says Unsure. Hey there, builder. Need anything from the civil court? If it's not urgent, I'm supposed to stay right here. Sheriff told me I have to watch this door and make sure no crazy robots get out of the Paradise Lost hazardous ruins here behind me. Paradise Lost used to be a shopping mall in the old world, but after the Day of Calamity, all the robots went crazy. Or was it before? I don't know. I was never good at history. Oh, you want to go in here? I thought you just wanted to chat with me. Paradise Lost, I'm sure that was a film. Where some teenagers like went to an island and it was like a horror film, and I haven't seen it, but it's on Netflix. Maybe I'll watch it. Oh, you want to go in here? I thought you just wanted to chat with me. Well, the lock on this door here is broken, and Justice told me not to let anyone in or out until it's fixed, so sorry. I see. Yeah, maybe you'll get a commission soon to fix it, but who knows how long that could be. If I were you, I'd just do other things for a while. I'm sure we'll reopen Paradise Lost when the time is right. I mean, probably. Possibly not in the demo. Good luck. Hope you're enjoying Sandrock. Okay. It's getting late again now, so I'm just trying to grab as much stuff as I can. But I do need to find, there is some kind of scrapyard around here somewhere. Deadwood. I don't think I can grab that. Hard rock, I need a better tool. Deadwood is an axe needed. Stone scrap, that's perfectly fine for a pick hammer, sorry. Just trying to find as much as I can and hope that it'll be enough. I feel like I need more wood scrap, but, well, we'll see. What's this? A monument? More complicated kinds of scrap require you to upgrade your pick hammer to break them down. Wow, okay. That's certainly something you didn't really have in Portia, was like having the weapons upgraded and have things slotted in and all that sort of thing. Oregano. It's interesting. Probably don't want to be picking that right now because my inventory space is a bit limited and I haven't made any boxes or anything yet. It's 1 in the morning now. I don't know. Can I make my sticks yet? I've got much more wood now. Perfect. Can I make my stone troughs? I need 2, which means I need 12 stone. I don't have 12 stone, so we need to get a little bit more gravel. See if I can find a gravel rock or 2 around here before 3. I had a fireside meeting to go to. It took ages. Okay. Oh, we've got some like rubber scrap over there, like rubber tires. There's a junk pile. Okay, that looks interesting. Some stone there. Got 4 stone though, so I think I need a bit more. Should be enough. I do need to go to bed, but I hopefully should be able to make my furnace first thing in the morning. And usually things that are made on the certainly in Portia anyway, it might be different in this, but things that are made on the assembly table tend to be a little bit better in terms of rewards, so hopefully it'll be worth the effort. Okay, I have to go to sleep now. This will not last. I can promise you right now, this will not last. I do love that she gets tired every morning. She's like a girl after my own heart. It was the best thing in the world when I can set my own schedule now. So that was the best thing in the world. Hello, builders. So nice to see you again. As per the minister's instructions, I've come with a gift. Water, to be more specific. The most precious gift of all. In Sandrock, Martel's Oasis is pretty much our only reliable source of natural water. We also get some water from the other city-states, but it's expensive, so we need to be really careful and smart about how we divvy it out. Might I bring your attention to the humble little fence propped up around the Oasis? It's the town's friendly way of saying don't take the water out of the Oasis all willy-nilly, or cut down the trees for that matter. If you're short on water in your workshop, might I recommend checking the plants around your workshop for fresh morning dew? Or come on down to the water tower overlooking the Oasis. I'm pretty sure builder machines won't run without water in their tank, so I guess that means we'll be seeing a lot of each other in the future. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. See you at the water tower, new pal. Oh yes, Burgess, of course, is the one that Jasmine was saying runs the water tower. Interesting. So Owen says, hey there, newcomer. Hope you're settling in all right. I think you'll find that unlike certain conditions you encounter in Sandrock, the folk around here can be quite welcoming. I like to get to know pretty much anybody who plans on living here, and that includes you. I'm sure you have questions for me as well. I can tell you all about the way we do things around here. Drop by the Blue Moon Saloon sometime for a glass of Yakmel milk on the house. Head of the Blue Moon Saloon, Owen. Okay, so I'm gonna just have a quick look, but I have a feeling Owen might be taken, so that would be a shame, but never mind. Let's have a look. Social. Miguel can be romanced. How do I get back out of here? Let's get, oh man. That's probably not the right way. Probably right click, isn't it? It's always right click. Sandy the camel. This is awesome. Like, let's have a look through the strangers properly. So that, oh, that looks like a pen. Is that Owen? Oh, Owen does have hearts. Okay, cool. Cool. Also Justice. Also Miguel. Also Pen. No, Pen is stars. Miguel is stars. Sorry, Justice is stars. Owen is hearts. Okay, okay, cool. Unsure is also Stars. Heidi is hearts. Arvio is hearts. I've already had someone very pleased with that. Really likes Arvio. I'm definitely more an Owen girl so far, but we haven't met everybody yet. Mian can be romance. Burgess, not. Katori, not. Jan, not. Rocky, not either. That's a shame. Rocky is a little bit like Paulie, only not quite so Arnold Schwarzenegger like. And we've still got a load of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to meet. I've actually met quite a lot of people already. That's good. We haven't met Pablo yet. I've heard tell of Pablo, but not met him. So I think I need to fill up my water tank now. Got 8%. Adjust. Inventory water 2. And confirm. Add them to my water tank. Oh, there we go. And that's up to 15%. So that's... Oh, it looks like there was a quest, the gift of water, which was probably to top up my water tank. I'm just getting ahead of myself here. Go add it to your water tank. Okay. So I've got a commission, and then also we do need to be building this crane lift. So commission first, I think. I needed sticks, and then I also needed stone troughs. Still can't make enough. Or can I? No, I need to make 2, don't I? So there's 2. Okay. So let's see what I can do here. So quartz I don't have. Wooden sticks I don't have. Stone troughs I do have. Oh, wooden sticks I do have. Quartz, yes I do have. Oh, we're done. Nice. Sand absorption speed +1. Q capacity 10. Fuel capacity 1500. Smelting those dirty ores into sweet, sweet bars. So I'll be able to do that for myself pretty soon. I just realised Sheilab's got like an interesting look to her. The way she's been made with those big blushy cheeks. I might need to fix that a little bit up at if I'm allowed to at the hairdressers later on. I'll also bear that in mind next time. So let's go and hand in our commission. Ah, so whoever it's for is at the Blue Moon Saloon, so we can have a good look around here. This looks really pretty, this building. I love that it's blue, because it's the Blue Moon Saloon. So, who was it that I was doing a quest for then? It was sending me here. Maybe not then, okay. Oh, there's Grace. I have not met Grace yet, so I will chat to you. Hello. Newcomer, eh? That's good. We need all the help we can get. I'm Grace. Stop by for a meal at the saloon sometime. I'll do my best to make something edible. I heard half the omelettes at the fireside found their way off the plate this time. I think my skills are improving. The secret ingredient is sand. I haven't eaten mine yet. I think I might not. Okay, I'll just have a look at my map outside and see if I can find where I'm meant to be going. But that was funny. As I say, I do want to meet everybody, so even if I sometimes go in the wrong direction, that's absolutely cool. Okay, I think it's somewhere down here then. Ah, Hugo. Hello. I haven't met you yet either, so that's brilliant. You're that new builder in town. Or was someone else? Sorry, was it someone else? Yes, it was also someone else, actually. Hammer time. Ah, that's right. There's 2 of you, Mian, and you must be Sheilab, the other one. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm Hugo, the one and only blacksmith in town. If you need to buy construction materials, upgrade parts for your machines, or obtain top-of-the-line weapons, I'm all you got. But I promise the best. Just check this out. This here like me is iron tough. That's the quality I'm talking about. Copper bars, thank you. That's lovely of you. I do have a commission for you, though. go. So 92 experience, 9 workshop reputation, and 5 Hugo points. Already? Hey, not bad, not bad. Well, here's your payment. Don't do anything with it. I wouldn't. Done. So now we can see what the commission will be for today that we can make. I'm gonna keep making them. We're still only at 50 rep points. Wow, this is hard. I need to find some commissions that have good reputation points on them then. So 18 for that one. The bricks. 44. Like a processor and a civil processor. No, I won't be able to do those, I don't think. Leather. Or a stone sword and shield. I don't know what out of those I can make. So I'm kind of thinking what I might need to do is head back. Head back and see if I can make things like leather or stone sword and shield. Honestly, do sound like the best bet I've got. And then I'll head over and try and get materials from the scrapyard. So weapons. Yeah, I'll be able to do that. I can get a couple more wooden sticks. Wooden stick can make 2. Stone sword and shield. Just need 1 more piece of stone. No, that's not too bad. Well, I don't know if I should be wasting my copper, but I'm sure I can get more. Sure, I'll be drowning in copper before long. I'm sure I'll be able to mine it soon. Okay, so stone sword and shield. Craft. And we'll go and take that commission. I just needed to know what I could do first, and I thought that would probably be the one that was the most doable, but I wasn't sure. Get that workshop reputation up. I mean, they always have such a head start at the beginning, don't they? And it seems so impossible. I meant to have Matilda announce it, but yeah. So, you know, builder productivity dipped 12% upon your arrival. Now I know you just got here and all, but hopefully you can get those numbers up before the next meeting, eh? Gee. But someone's so lazy. You sure are judgmental. Let's hand that into Owen, and then I can start on the rest of the stuff for the day. Martel's Oasis is named after Martel. Her husband Mort still lives in Sandrock. Oh, okay. Well, we haven't met Mort yet, but that's interesting. Vivi, I have not met you yet. Well, look at you, a new builder in town. Always glad to see a new face. Here now, sugar, take this scarf. It gets chilly here at night. Courtesy of TaylorMade. Don't be a stranger, you hear? Oh, that's sweet. Let's talk to Sandy, too. Sandy! Always talk to Sandy, every day. Okay, so Blue Moon Saloon is probably going to be... Oh, hey, Mason, you're still around. They never had a fireside meeting to welcome me. Maybe if they had, I wouldn't have become so jaded. I mean, it's possible. Bless him. Probably wouldn't be so jaded if your boss didn't keep talking about percentage dips. What an idiot. Oh, Owen isn't here today. I haven't checked upstairs, actually. There's a lot of, like, running around and exploring I haven't done because, I mean, it's been very overwhelming with, like, quests and things so far. But I definitely will be exploring a lot more. There's a chest here, look. There's some goodies in. Beef noodles, yum. pretty guest rooms. I like the furniture and stuff in this. I definitely think this is an upgrade from Portia. There are bits and pieces that are still in here that are... I think that artwork might have also been in Portia. Those chairs, definitely. Those star cushions, I remember those. Yeah, I think I need to take the eyeshadow off of Sheila. It's making her eyes look very... actually, more like mine. Ironically. Them dark circles. Hey there, Builder. Did you get my letter? Why don't we have a chat soon over some food and drinks? It won't take too long. Sure, I like free food. I've been meaning to catch up with you since you moved in, but I guess you and Mian have been busy with all that's been going on as late. Ha ha ha. As a small token of my appreciation, I'd like to offer you some food and drinks on the house. To a newcomer, Sandrock can be a bit overwhelming, but lucky for you, this old barkeep has been around for just a hair longer than a Pambat's age. Perhaps I can shed some light on any subjects you're still unfamiliar with. What would you like to know about? The Civil Corps. Ah, the Civil Corps. Here are that thin dusty line that stands between us and the many threats crawling throughout the Eufaula Desert. But they have only 2 court members here, plus a cat. So they've only got Unsure and Justice by the looks of it then. I'm amazed that they're able to keep up with all the security demand. Of course, Penn from the church helps out as well. It seems like there's a lot more, like the Civil Corps versus the church. There's a lot more of a balance towards the church here. Now, the one running the Civil Corps is a man named Justice. He and I go way back. He's one of the toughest guys around Sandrock these days, but back when we were kids, he was afraid of his own shadow. Haha, boy, how times do change. He's a great guy, and his partner, Unsure, is very reliable. If you ever run into trouble, you can surely count on them to help you out. I think they'll need a new member of the Civil Corps, and I think they need a female member. I think they need Sam to come and help. What would you like to know about? Okay, so the Church of Light. The Church of Light is all about preserving the sense of community and getting rid of dangerous Age of Corruption technology. But the interesting thing about our chapter is that Matilda is extremely lenient when it comes to relics and old tech. Oh my goodness, because Master Lee really wasn't. In Sandrock, we're allowed to hold on to some pretty mean stuff. Sometimes they'll even let relic weapons slide. And it's a good thing too. Life would be that much harder out here if we didn't have the means to defend ourselves. The chapter is pretty unique in that way, although I heard some chapters near the peripheries take similar stances. Well, it would make sense because it's really dangerous there. The church members are always proactive about helping people in and around Sandrock, especially the old folk and the young ones. I'd love to go out to the peripheries at some point. If they have that in Sandrock, that'd be great, even if it's in a game in like 2 or 3 years' time. It would still be amazing. They've gotten so organised that, as a matter of fact, they actually help handle a lot of administrative type stuff in town. We'd be up a creek without them. Well, creeks have water, don't they? What would you like to know about the people? Dangers, okay. Oh yes, there's an infamous bandit around here named Logan. He used to be a citizen of our town as well. One day he just went crazy and blew up a building. I guess being out here in the desert makes some people lose their minds. Oh, there's a story there, definitely. Other than that, you have to watch out for dangerous animals roaming the wild, like the gigglers. They're mutated lizards who seem bent on causing us trouble for some reason. Oh, and how could I forget? Haha, the sandstorms. Our mayor is out in the desert right now, trying to stop the winds from blowing sand over what little greenery we have left. You know, it wasn't always like this. A lot of people have left, and I can't really blame them. Sandrock might not be the best place for everybody, but there are still people who love this town, and we'll all be sticking around, for better or worse. What would you like to know about people in town? Let's see, where to begin. There's a small town. Sorry, we're a small town, so pretty much everybody knows everybody else. There's Vivi the tailor, Heidi the architect and engineer, Cooper, Mabel and Elsie down at the ranch. I don't think I've met Mabel and Elsie yet. I need to go and meet them. Katori and her game centre. Dr. Fang and his bird. I have not met Dr. Fang yet. I want to meet the bird and I want to meet the cat. I want to meet the Civil Corps cat. There's also Arivo and Amira, the sibling duo from Barnarock. Oh, Barnarock, that's where we're from in Portia. Yes, who moved here not that long ago. Arvio is young, but he runs the general store pretty nicely, all things considered. Amira makes ceramics that are top notch. I think she's even starting to gain some recognition from people outside of Sandrock. You can definitely tell Amira is the older sister. She's always the one covering for her brother whenever his youth gets the better of him. What's also amazing is she never lets her skills go to her head. She's very down to earth and, sorry, maybe I'm talking too much. Oh, I see. I see, Owen. I have competition. Really, this town is full of nice people. If there's someone you want to get to know better, ask them to hang out. Make time out of your day to go see him. And hey, who doesn't like a nice gift now and again? I'm sure you'll have plenty of friends in no time. That's all for now. Yep, don't let me talk your ear off. Some things you've just got to experience to understand. Don't worry too much. You'll fit right in. And we're having a nice drink. Today was nice. We've got to do this more often. In any case, let me hit you with a couple of takeaway dishes for later. Builders can't go hungry, you know. I think in a way, like, my kind of crazy eyes is like dehydration from the desert. making him have weird eyes. Oh, commission. That's what we were here for, the commission. There we go. Sword and shield for you. 12 reputation for me. Hey, you got that done quick. Here's your pay. You earned it. I doubt I'm going to be winning any prizes in the demo though, so I might not do them every day. It depends on how much it gets in my way. But I do like to play the game almost as if I'm playing it for real. You get more of an idea of how it sort of plays out then. So okay, let's head out to where I'm actually meant to go. I won't be able to take another commission today. So we're finally going to get on with this main quest. Hey, Fang! I was just saying I hadn't met you yet. Oh, you're a nice looking one, too. I wonder if Fang will be romanceable. Squawk, what do you want? Ah, you must be looking for the doctor. There's something for you. For a new person. Squawk, no danger at all. Take it, you jerk. Tell us what happens. Should be safe. Should be. Okay, so I just heard from the parrot, I'm guessing. Conserve water, conserve. Does Fang not speak, but only the parrot does? Fang, new builder, call Fang. I can see. Oh no, Fang does talk. Oh, I love it. Okay, we'll talk to you more later, Fang. Faye, hello. The Fowler salvage employee. Since salvaging companies are all pretty much the same, we're thinking of getting a marketing guy to get out and let people know about us. But it could be hard finding the right person. They have to be bold, charming, always thinking 10 steps ahead of the curve. Ah, nuts to that. I'll just get my cousin to do it. Heck, hello. Loads of people. My strategy in the mines is to never learn how to do anything. That way someone else has to do it for me. Like Venti, for example. Venti. I have to do more work and earn more money so I can buy a house when I go back to my hometown in Lucian. Bamna. If not for me, nobody would ever do any work around here. I caught a miner writing a letter to their family on company time, no less. Can you believe that? So are these all... Are they all people that I get to know and possibly date, or are they just... I have to know these things. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 people to meet. X is Fang's pet raven. Oh, it's a raven, not a parrot. He often translates Fang's thoughts and emotions into vocal words. He can be a bit crass, though. That's interesting. So did we actually meet Fang properly? We did, and Fang is romanceable. Dr. Fang and his bird X, you're definitely more interesting than a Porsche doctor, Dr. Z. Or Chi. I can't even say his name properly. At least I can say Fang, okay? I think it's Z. Dr. Fang and his bird X are the most mysterious citizens of Sandrock. They live on the edge of town and run a clinic. Although the medicines he sells are uncommon and non-traditional, the effects tend to be surprisingly good. So far it's Owen, Grace for anyone that wants a female love interest, Fang, Heidi, Arvio, Amira. Because I do tend to go for guys. So at the moment it's Arvio, Owen and Fang. Who are all very nice looking chappies, to be fair. I do think I like Owen a lot, but if there's a bit of a love interest already there, then I tend not to try and get in the way. Okay, so we are at the junkyard now. I think it's important to be looking at these things. I think it's really important because, you know, I think a lot of you are really interested in the romance options. And that's going to be really important in deciding whether you want the game or not. And I think they've pretty much, so far, knocked it out of the park. We've got some very nice looking, very interesting as well. I think Fang's going to have an interesting story, for example. I bet your Heidi's a very interesting character too. I need to hold down. I need to remember to hold down left click. That wasn't really a thing in Porsche, I don't think. Wasn't a thing I did anyway. Something went into a box. Does that mean my inventory's full? Yes. I absolutely need that. On the shoulders of buried giants. What's this all about then? I like that you can buy inventory slots one at a time now. It's pretty cool. You dug out some data disks. Go ask the researcher of Sandrock how to use them. So the researcher, Kui, that might be another relationship possibility. We'll have to see about that. Oh man, I keep missing those lobster dudes. All the stuff here I can. That doesn't look like I can get that. Okay. Is this maybe where we need the lift for? I wouldn't really like to fall down there, I don't think. Certainly an arrow there though, so maybe that's where the lift goes. Rubber scrap. We need better tools for that. I was very boingy. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, so let's see what's over here. Anything I can grab? There's a big junk pile. I'm just gonna grab whatever I can. I need to make some storage as well. Absolutely need to make some storage. I don't think it'll be that difficult to make either. So far we haven't actually... Oh, we need bricks, wooden sticks, thick rope, copper stick, and bearings. Now I was given a bit of copper. I might need to make... Oh, knowledge points unlocked. Nice. We're at level 5 now. So yeah, I might need, if I don't have any copper ore or any copper, I might need to do something about that. Oh, we got some dew. I can put that in my water tank. Hemostat to stop bleeding. A silk scarf. Can I equip that? Character. Here you can see all of your stats. These are your clothing slots. Click one to check and replace what you're wearing with the other items of the same type. See, I'm sure I didn't ask for like eyeshadow under the eye there. Click to quickly change your equipment, then check to the left side of the screen to see how your stats have changed. Yeah, I think the eyeshadow has gone a bit wrong there. I'm sure that wasn't what I chose. I chose an eyeshadow that just went like that over the top. And now we've got big panda eye eyeshadow. Interesting. Anyway, or it could be just how dehydrated she is in the desert. That's what we're going to pretend. So almost completely out of stamina. Oops. Oh, I might have to eat my omelets or something. Health plus 11. Oh, okay. The dried sand date from by the stairs and the drying rack. That will give me 6 stamina, but not very much left. I might have to just take another day instead. But it looks like what I'm going to have to do is pop the scarf onto my hotbar and then pop it into accessory slot. There you go. G-Lab scarf. Jerky gives me stamina as well. I don't know if I want to be using it up right away though. I'm not sure. Not certain. It's also, yeah, the time is getting on as well. So let's head back. I've got lots of materials from this and I'll see whether I've got enough to make the things I need. I don't see any copper there though. I might have to go to the blacksmith and see if I can purchase some. Or find some copper bars and make a furnace. So for the crane lift, let's see what I can make. Let's see what I can make. So for, can I make bricks here? Storage. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Right. So I think what I'm going to do is just pop into the assembly station here. It might take a couple of days worth of do I even have the lift? Crane lift, right, here we are. Bricks from the recycler or the furnace. Alright, so I just put stone into the recycler, okay. Wooden sticks we're fine for. Thick rope comes from plant fibre. But I need the recipe from the Commerce Guild store, okay. Mechanical scrap goes into a bearing in the recycler. Okay, well, let's pop down the recycler then. It definitely seems like I need a few things from that. R to rotate? Pop it there for now. So, wood scrap, stone scrap, copper scrap. Okay. Let's see what I get out of it. Okay. Right, so I might get some copper bars out of copper scrap. And then we'd be able to make a copper... Oh, I might get a copper stick as well. Okay. Stone scrap, I might get bricks out of it. Unlike the work table, machines take time to create items. Click here on the right to show all the items that are in line to be made. When something is in the queue being built, you can add more of that item or cancel the process. Okay, so this is it's a little bit like the factory in a way. This is how long it'll take to finish making all of those items. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, I will add a couple of power stones to it. And off it goes. Okay, cool. So it's just getting through the stone scrap, and I'll see if it makes any bricks out of that. And if it does, that'll be great. Wonderful. Now, it will take water as well. So one thing that I can do is add in, we've got some... well, that's interesting because I had dew in my inventory. Put that there. so I'm thinking that maybe the dew has to be used in some way that I'm not 100% certain how it works. Okay, that's fine. So I could go and get more water. It should last for a little while I've got in there though. And so, but I just need to keep a bit of an eye on it. So I think while that's going on, I'm just going to go and try and get more like stone scrap and stuff. See if I can find any. Other than that, I don't know how to make stone into bricks. You can kick the tumbleweeds around. Oh. Oh, you get plant fiber from tumbleweeds. Come back here, tumbleweed. I want your plant fiber. Okay, there's some yak mells and things around here. Oh, sand dates. Yeah, let's gather those. Oh. I'm out of stamina. Okay, so might be a good thing to have a little bit of sleep. And it's been an hour now, so I think it's probably time to give it a rest now. So we had a fireside meeting. We had Jasmine's tour. We had so much cool stuff happen today. It took a lot of the day up, but now we're really into sort of trying to get that first commission, the first big commission done. So I'm going to say goodnight because I have no stamina left. But eventually I'm going to have lots of stamina, and sleeping early before 2400 will ensure midnight that you wake up fully rested. Wonderful. So I didn't say that I'm tired this morning. Well, it gives you an actual advantage for going to bed early. I'll have to bear that in mind. But that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Sandrock, please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.